Let's talk about supersonic flight.
Oh fuck yeah, I love
It's
this.
fucking back. You can just do things. You can just create tariffs. You
Just
can
make fast planes.
Make fast planes. Who knew? We were making fast planes before.
In the 80s?
In the 80s, and I think the last flight was like, well, that Concorde crash was like 2000.
Wait, the Concorde crashed?
Yeah, killed everyone on board.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's why that doesn't exist for the last 20-ish years.
I thought it was just unprofitable.
Also unprofitable.
Oh, okay. Well,
Also unprofitable, deadly.
If it was wildly profitable, it would still be going.
Yeah, so these planes are able to fly like 1,300 miles an hour. I don't know what a current plane flies, like 500 something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of New York to London, instead of being like 7-8 hours, it's 3.5. I think previously these planes they burned like 5 times as much fuel, and they also couldn't.
So who's working on this?
There's a new company. Previously they couldn't fly over land because of the sonic boom. It just was so loud.
I think they still can't, but like they're making progress on it.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. So there's a company called Boom.
Wait, are they called Boom?
Yep.
We're called
I
Boom.
feel like they should use a different name.
Yeah. Like
Who you
like-
flying this weekend? Boom? Yeah.
So we need you to like let us fly over land because the sonic boom, we don't do the sonic boom anymore. We have new
didn't
technology.
the last
what's your
Concorde flight
called?
go boom?
Boom.
Yeah. No.
I'm flying shh.
Yeah, and
I'm flying shh.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be way better.
So anyway, this
Whisper.
this new company.
Whisper.
Hypersonic air.
Whisper flow.
So this new
So
company
simple.
is like still in test flights, and they have like a smaller version that they're testing. And I think United Airlines already said, "Hey, we're going to buy like, I don't know, 15-ish planes
Oh, for real?
if you can do it." And he still thinks the founder talks about how it's 5 years off, so it's still
Oh, come on.
quite a ways off.
Is it that much off?
Come on.
I think so.
5 years? We did it in the 80s.
Yeah,
Hey.
but he's trying to do it in like a sustainable fuel way, so it's a green version of the supersonic flight. He's trying to make it so it's nicer. They were very cramped fuselages, so now it'll be like 65 business class seats. That's one thing about this. This will be only business class seats, like 65, 70 of them. So it'll be like a luxury service.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not
Interesting.
like going to be packed full of economy,
super
200
commercial,
people
Yeah.
on the plane.
Will it be more expensive than regular business class?
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably like $5,000 a seat.
So basically, it's a
little
bunch
bit
of LVMH people flying coast to coast for like $10,000 pop. Cool. Call me when it's 500.
Well, it's not gonna be 500, but like
No, I know.
I mean, I
But
think
I would totally pay a couple grand to fly coastal,
I mean,
but not 10.
you probably could pay a couple grand.
You think so?
It's probably like $5,000 for like New York, London.
Yeah, I
round
mean,
trip,
when
which
a
is
corporation
close
is
to
when a corporation is expensing, it's an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah.
Just shaving off 3 hours can be a difference for a
Yeah.
corporation.
for sure.
For the livelihood, the health, well-being of the person flying, but also like just getting to certain meetings, knowing that you can get on a plane and be there in 3 hours versus 6 is a huge deal.
There's definitely got to be this, very high correlation between how fast it takes to get somewhere. Like we used to fly by propeller planes, right?
There
And then
definitely
we
is.
went to jet powered, and people started traveling more. So if you cut it in half, maybe almost twice the amount of people will fly to different countries.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, again, it depends on the
Cost.
number of seats and cost and everything. Yeah.
I don't know. This seems like a 2030s thing, not a 2020s thing, because you have all the regulatory
2030's coming
pool.
fast.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's 5 years.
The overland thing is like interesting.
I think the main thing is that we are due for some innovation in this industry.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, why can't we go faster? Like, I asked ChatGPT, like, how fast actually can we get from LAX to New York?
What's like physics will allow?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it basically told me, like, we could do it in 30 minutes. There's going to be some boxes to check.
Now, if there's any turbulence, do we all die?
It's...
And how like as far as I understand, the supersonic jets have to fly so high that you can see the curvature of the Earth
Yeah.
because you need the lighter air.
That's sick.
That'd be cool.
I want to go to space.
Can you imagine a world where you can just fly to New York in a half hour?
So I'm trying to
I'd go
remember.
to dinner. You'd go to
Unbelievable.
dinner in New York.
So
No, there
fucking
was
sick.
some sort of like YouTube video or documentary I saw. Nick, do you remember? Like, for some reason, I feel like you would, because I feel like we looked at this together back in the day, where it talked about this. It was like one of the innovations in the future will be these super fast, cross country flights, and
I don't remember.
I don't know
the
why.
documentary.
I'm like, was it Zeitgeist? Like, it wasn't in that movie, was it?
No.
It definitely wasn't.
Wasn't that just the 9/11 conspiracy movie?
Yeah, but they had three
But there
parts.
was three parts.
They also talked about.
But are you sure this
hypersonic
wasn't
flight.
part of like Jacques Fresco's
It might have
vision of
been.
the future?
Yeah, it might have been.
Like that's why, for some reason, I'm thinking of Zeitgeist. And I feel like there's been this vision of the future that talked about the technology being available to do this like 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. I don't know. I would like it.
I feel like the tech has been there, and it's just like a thing that like we just
Well,
haven't
it's
done.
kind of like the NASA program. It's kind of like going to the moon. Like
We went to the fucking
we
moon.
shut it
Can't go to New
down,
York in an hour.
dude. We shut it down like forever ago, and like we're only recently like innovating again. Like the space program being shut down was one of the saddest things.
But
we
look
shut
what
the
it
space
turned
program
into.
down.
We have SpaceX launching relaunchable rockets.
Yeah, it
like,
may have been for
every
the
day.
best actually, because they're crushing.
I think it's interesting that this supersonic thing could kind of kick off the equivalent of like a mini space race, right? Like if the U.S. develops this technology, there is some form of soft power and a soft power flex that it creates, right? We were the one country to make this technology work, and we're the only country who has it. If you want to fly, 2 to 3 times as fast, you got to fly an American airline.
Oh my God! Yeah,
And then the military
many people around the world
applications-
will use it.
Are wild,
Yeah.
right? Like if you get a special forces team, faster.
Whatever company solves this will be like the new Anduril. Like it'll be huge, man.
You can do like
New
suborbital travel, like this. I wonder if like SpaceX will do this at some point, because if you wanted to fly from like LAX to Dubai, it's an incredibly long flight. But if you did it like suborbitably, it might be like an hour.
Like you leave the
an hour
atmosphere and
a half,
re-enter.
Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
just go up like that. This is a whole different kind of flight.
I
where you
mean,
just go,
again,
like,
if
straight up.
that becomes a reality, you could live in Dubai. Like everything changes. Like you could literally live in Dubai and visit your parents in California, and it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking amazing.